Oh, hell.
So I'm going to play a video for y'all to watch. And y'all tell me in the comment section. When y'all watch this video, tell me in the comment section, 1 for appropriate, 2 for inappropriate. Remember this, 1 for appropriate, 2 for inappropriate in the comment section. I'm about to play the video. Let's go.
Who trying to?
So if y'all watch that video, put in the comment section if y'all think that was a 1 for appropriate, 2 for inappropriate. Kristen said 1 appropriate.
She trying to be controversial.
Jazz said inappropriate.
Not too much. That's my best friend.
Hold on. We ain't talking about it. We just going by her thought process. Kristen said, do you know how much strength it takes to pole dance? Not to mention that these skills can be used in places outside the strip club.
Pole dancing is an art at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, hold on. Christian, what did you say before while we was watching the video? What did you say? What did you say when we was watching the video?
I said these kids must have been sitting down with they folk watching P Valley.
They watching P Valley?
I feel like they watching P Valley.
Oh, Lord.
No, hey, no shots to
Ebony said it's appropriate.
No.
No,
Alex, you would inappropriate. Okay, Chris, where you at? Appropriate, inappropriate. Amber, you said appropriate.
Yes.
Christian,
besides it being on social media, the point of it being on social media is inappropriate.
Okay, and Christian, where you at?
It's inappropriate all day.
Okay, so I'm inappropriate too. And the reason
what the consensus say in the chat.
Okay, so the chat we got Kristen said 1, so it's appropriate. Jazz, shout out to Tough Topic Podcast. She got 4 twos. Is that 4 twos or 5 twos? Well, I can't see, it's blurry, but she got a bunch of twos. Yeah. Ebony said 1, so she thinks it's appropriate. And you know, most of the women, not almost women, but a lot of women says appropriate. It's rare that I see any men that say that's appropriate.
Of course.
And the reason I want to talk about this, and I always take my shots at these people. Y'all know, like the hotel, the hopper top ass niggas always talk about etymology and root word, and you know, this is what this means. They don't want to say good morning, they got to say grand rising and all of this shit now. Yeah. But then when we talk about this, it's like, oh, it's exercise, it's good core strength. And then I say, where did it start from? Because in America in the 1920s, they say it was called the hoochie coochie performance, and women would slide up and down the poles to turn on men. But now we got things that in America that we know is to turn on men, like stripper poles, and we know what the pole is supposed to suggest,
a
phallus. But we saying that this is okay, and it might be even more appropriate if you didn't have some women in there with panties and bras on, half naked. You could say, oh yeah, this is, you know, a good workout. You know, it's weird to me. I think it's weird because people say, well, you get good strength. Weightlifting does the same fucking thing.
There you go.
You could go in and do some box jumps. You can go and do yoga. Yoga is supposed to be good with stretching, and it's spiritual. It got so many things. before you get to weightlifting, you can put your baby in softball, basketball, football, baseball, because you got young girls and boys in this class. You could put them in ballet, gymnastics. You got so many things way before you get to pole dancing.
But it's still a choice.
I want to touch on that.
Oh, I agree.
It's still a choice.
Like she said, this stuff can be applied to things outside of, I guess, pole dancing. When you look at sports across the board, the number one sport that's going to give the best strength and skill is gymnastics. From core strength, if you pull up a male gymnast and a female gymnast, they're going to be the most in shape, going to have the most endurance. You seen a male gymnast, and nigga shoulders like volleyballs. When you hear women say this can be applied, you don't have any studies to correlate. Hey, I did pole dancing and this helped me in this area. When you throw stuff out there, so what we have a tendency to do in our communities, we take negative things that we like because it's deviant and try to turn it and morph it into something that's positive. And it don't have any positive outcome nor positive results from it. Because if you did, there'll be some type of evidence of I did pole dancing and now I'm doing this. You don't have that.
Well, what you just said, how many times in anybody's life have we seen someone turn stripping
and pole
dancing or anything in that nature, that realm, into something positive? Or you seen someone take that pole aspect of sliding down the pole with your legs open, core workout, an extra strength, and be able to apply it to the real world?
I ain't gonna lie. From where I come from, I ain't heard a pole dance to the past couple years. It's always been stripper to me. If a pole involved, it's always been
it's semantics. They change it from stripping to pole dance because it's less thing. It has a less negative connotation. So it's like saying you're not a whore, you're just sexually liberated.
No, there's just proof that physically it has benefits.
But if it let's say it has benefits, let's say a orange juice will hydrate you, but water will hydrate you 13 times more. Do I drink the orange juice or the water?
But my question is back to the whole gymnastics thing. What's the difference between a gymnast and a stripper besides the pole?
Gymnastics is more of art and it's more so skill. You don't see strippers. The strippers you see in the club, they don't have skill. They're bouncing their ass. They're not doing this. They're not doing it at a level that a gymnast is. So I ask you a question again. They say orange juice will hydrate you, but water hydrates you 14 times more. Do I drink the orange juice or the water?
You drink whatever's your choice.
But if the water is more beneficial, wouldn't that be the target?
That's logic. But at the end of the day, choice is the reality.
Okay,
your choice is rooted in logic.
What she's saying is perfect. What she's saying is perfect. And why I say what she's saying is perfect is we have a lot of people that get upset with the outcomes that happen with their lives and their children's lives because they make piss poor choices. Because we can't sit here and say, oh, you know, orange juice, I'm gonna go with your analogy. Orange juice hydrates you, but water hydrates you better. And then you say, well, it's your choice. You can do whatever you want to do. And then you wonder why, hey, I don't know why I'm not my skin doesn't look as healthy as yours. Why you getting better results than me? Well, baby, because you chose the orange juice and I chose the water. Now, Grant, this is what I want to say. We can't be acting like there aren't other forms of working out before you got to pole dancing.
But you do what you want to do.
Hold on. But when stuff is inherently sexual, like stripping or pole, it's inherently sexual. I looked up the history. I made sure I knew what I was talking about. In 1920, it was called the hoochie coochie dance in the circus.
Okay. And then there was once upon a time where women couldn't even work. But here we are in 2024 where things change.
Hold on. That is true. Things have changed, but I don't know if you been on social media where women are complaining about being working.
That's fair.
I know that. I follow Simone Biles on TikTok, and she pole dances, and she's a gymnast, right?
But does she? Hold on.
What she got a medal in?
Does she has a child in there?
No, we ain't talking about children.
Okay,
now.
that's what we're talking about. Mommy and me pole dancing. Why would you have your child? And this is some real stuff. The reason you got your child in it because these are women who are probably pole dancers themselves as well.
But what if it was a child's choice? What if the child goes?
How do they even know about stripping?
Well, I mean, let's just pretend like.
Hold on. You know. Let's go back to what Christian said. These motherfuckers been watching P Valley. That's how they know about stripping.
And you got boys in
P Valley.
Even though they shouldn't be watching P Valley.
But you got boys in here with girls.
Exactly.
Young boys.
Where did you see? You can't show in nowhere on this earth where a boy being in a pole dancing class has benefited him in his life.
Okay, now
you have no
in
evidence
there
of
with
that.
each
Even
other,
women.
I don't agree with that.
I
But
don't-
if they had like a class with just the moms and their sons, and a class with the moms and their daughters, I don't see
I don't
anything
want
wrong
to
with that.
expose my kids
I got
to that.
so I got
That's
a question
crazy.
for you. So the children in there, you think they got the idea of pole dancing from a gymnast?
I know that they don't think it's stripping because they're young. They don't know the negative connotation from the 1920s about the hoochie coochie stick.
Okay,
They don't know that.
So,
because
hold
their
on,
parents tell them that.
So what,
But
what
like-
you said, exactly what you said, they don't know about it. So how do they even know about stripping from the beginning?
They
Thank
know
you.
about pole dancing. Pole dancing is on TikTok.
Okay, so 9 times out of 10. Okay, since you say 10, I even say 8 times out of 10. 8 times out of 10, when you see a stripper pole, where you seeing it at, or what it's affiliated with?
Stripping.
Exactly.
So in the 1950s, what were dreadlocks considered?
Okay, that's a whole different story.
No,
for
but
a whole
it's the
different day,
same
bro.
type of
We
concept,
talking about
though.
strip poles.
It's the same type of concept. Everything has a stereotype to it. Whether you follow that stereotype is on you.
Okay, I even say that both of us can have dreads and we'll be all right.
Hold on,
I'll be looked at funny if I go hop on the stripper pole.
This is what
they
I'm.
won't say nothing.
This is
about
what
you.
I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say to you.
Okay.
A misunderstanding of something and a lack of knowledge of something is different from knowing why something is.
Okay.
So when you talk about your hair, and you have the people who make the laws that don't look like us, that don't understand our hair, that tells us, hey, you got to look like this, or you got to acquiesce to this standard and look and professionalism to get this job because they don't look like us and they control what comes in that door and who gets hired. That's a difference in not knowing or a lack of knowing or being racist. Now, there has never been a deviation for what the pole stands for. There's never been a time now we're getting to a point where they calling it pole dancing now, but we always know that it's still, like he said, when you see a pole,
you think stripper.
You think stripper because when you see a pole, you see a stripper.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. We can't be out here talking about some things when you come to hair for lack of knowledge to now what we talking about pole dancing where for 100 years it's been pole dancing and stripping and a turn on men.
But that's just like prostitution. You know, back then it's called prostitution. Now they call them sex workers.
But they still doing that's my thing.
But
They
it's still the
still
same
they
thing.
still doing the same
It's
thing.
semantics.
Right.
Yeah.
Just because I have a different label for it and it sounds more appealing or more soothing doesn't take away what it represents.
All I'm saying is I feel like mommy and me pole dancing is more so for bonding. It's more so for the physical benefits of it because regardless of what y'all say, pole dancing has a lot of physical benefits.
For a boy?
All I'm gonna say is
Yeah, but
all
I
I'm
don't
gonna say.
think like
Now,
name
it-
5 benefits it has for a boy.
The same benefits it has for a woman, the core strength, the endurance, because at the end of the day, that's what makes pole dancing possible is your core strength. If you have no core strength, you ain't going nowhere on that pole.
So track and field and gymnastics don't benefit at the level of pole dancing.
I wouldn't
for a
say
boy.
that. I wouldn't say that.
I'm asking, yes or no?
I wouldn't say. I would say it may not be
Because
the
you
same
can win
level.
gold medals for track and field. I never seen gold medal competition for pole dancing. I never
That's
seen it on the.
because-
I
that's
never
because
seen
of
it
the
on the.
negative
I never
stigma.
seen it on the stage where the Olympics is watched by the entire world.
Because there's a negative stigma behind it.
Why?
That's why.
How's
Because of the because
It's not
of
a
back
negative
then,
stigma. It's a
the stripping.
It's a realistic stigma because we know it's rooted in stripping and sex work.
Sex work. So
It's
you
not a
can't,
negative
you can't take something that we ain't deviated from for 100 years and say, hey, this is to make a nigga dick hard, and then say
At
I'm
what
gonna
point
show
do
my
you
2-year-old,
change?
4-year-old daughter.
At what point do you change?
Some things are meant to
your-
change.
You don't change
Hold on,
with
see, and that's the
society.
thing. That's
Yeah.
the biggest problem with us as black people now is we becoming too white.
We pick and choose what we want to change.
No.
and what we don't wanna
We
change.
becoming too white.
We pick
We,
and
no.
choose.
We becoming too white. We becoming too damn white around this bitch.
I ain't gonna lie, that
look,
was some white shit. Cause
Look,
my
we coming too
child ain't
white
gonna see
because that's the
me
same
or-
shit. That's
no.
the same shit with like the trans issue. You see a lot of white parents. Oh, little Billy want to wear a motherfucking dress. We're gonna let little Billy wear a dress. As us as black people, we weren't playing that motherfucking shit.
But guess what? Little Billy was still in his closet wearing that dress.
What you
But
mean?
let's go to that though. So you know they have grown men in dresses with their dick print still showing. You'll be cool with him coming to read your 4-year-old.
Nah, I didn't say all that.
But that's what society's saying is cool.
Yeah.
Society saying it's all right to
see,
do
With
that.
the dick out, I don't think
It's not the
society
dick out,
is
but you
saying
can
that.
see it through their garment. They got lipstick on with a
yeah,
dress.
yeah, but
Would you
hold
be
on.
cool with them coming to your child's school and reading to them kindergarten books?
I
No.
would.
You'll be okay with that.
Yes. I
Your
would.
5-year-old.
Yeah, I actually have a 2-year-old right now, but yeah,
Okay.
I would be okay with that because at the end of the day, I want to expose my
I
son
bet she'll
to
be
the
there.
real world.
bet
I don't
she'll
want
be
him
there.
to pop up at 18 and then be like, "Oh my God, there are transsexual people there." Because regardless, you're going to see it.
Yes, but with I'm old school.
What's your take on it?
Decency and in order. At 4, if you want to work on core strength, I'm gonna need us to do something that's age appropriate for a 4-year-old. Now you get older, you doing your gymnastics. Hey, ma, I seen this on TikTok. First of all, my kid ain't gonna see it because I'm gonna be monitoring. But I know kids are sneaky. But if they came to me, I'm a side eye you. And let's find another option. We're not gonna just stick to you doing no pole work. Same thing with the whole kids in the reading. I just out of all
And
things
see-
to build core strength, you gonna go. That's your.
You can do
that
a
was the
sit-up.
first option. You can do sit ups.
And you can-
do
hold on,
whatever
you
you
can-
want to do
you-
because it's your choice.
Yes, but
Yeah.
why would I want to subject my kid to something?
The only reason why
bad?
this is a conversation because it's on social media. But do y'all know that they've been doing pole dancing classes for years?
Yes, and I still don't think it's appropriate.
We're not
for
arguing. We're
kids.
not arguing that. We're not.
But
We're
we
not.
don't think it's appropriate for a child.
Okay.
We don't. We look. If pole dance, if it was grown women in this class with no children, I ain't got nothing to say. Because I
Yes.
like going to the strip. I like slapping on ass. I like throwing a little money when I got a little extra change on these hoes and shit like that. I like putting dirty dollars rolled up in that cootie pop. I like doing all that. I'm an adult. I think adult fun should be for adults though. That's
Right.
where that's my whole. I don't have no gray area. I don't deviate from the plan. I believe in adult stuff and children stuff. Adult stuff and children stuff. That's it with me. I don't want my child to be like, well, you know, this is called pole dancing, and find out that most of the time when you see a pole, you got a bitch that's half naked getting dollars thrown on her.
So does a stripper need a pole to strip?
Not
No.
No, but
necessarily.
it's
aesthetic of
synonymous
it.
with it.
I don't
Because
think so, though.
well, do you hold on? Do you
That's
build
like
hold on,
saying
hold on, let me
swimming
ask
pool
you
bathing
something.
suits.
Let me ask you something. Do you build a strip club with no poles in it?
I feel like you can.
Have you seen a strip club with no poles in it?
They
Do
be
well.
holding the
Have
walls,
you
but,
seen have you seen a
don't
strip
ask me that.
have you seen
Hey,
a strip
I
club with
ordered
no
one,
holes in it?
goddamn, she-
With no poles in it.
Yes.
The butt naked.
What
does not count.
That's not that don't
She
even
been to the
count.
butt nigga house.
That don't even, that's a butt naked house. That's not a strip club.
Shout out to the
That
butt
is not
naked.
a strip club.
The butt
Shout out
naked
to the
does
butt
not
I
naked
used to
count.
go to a
Goddamn
butt
food.
naked house in Ensley. It ain't. It's not no. And them hoes be busted.
They be
No,
holding the walls, but yeah, you can.
no. Those
That's
those
not a
are.
strip club.
Hold on. They have the actual label and establishment of club.
Okay,
But
when
you
you
gotta have
hear
license.
strip club, then yeah, they're going to be posed.
Okay, so why are we playing? Come, I'm asking you. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna put the camera on you. Why are we playing, man? Why are me and you? Why are we playing?
Because I'm a
But
Sagittarius. and
You
I
a
like
Sagittarius.
Ah,
You want to
shit.
say and a
That's
contrarian.
exactly
Yeah.
why.
So my thing is, why we gotta play about this? You know good and damn well.
I like perspective.
Perspective. That's why niggas is where they at, because a lot of people got perspective. It was a time where we just said, hey, this is this and this is that. It wasn't no
Yeah.
gray area, and men ran this shit. Now we got a lot of women that's got perspective, that's telling little boys and little girls have more perspectives, be open, don't be so closed-minded. Hey, the trans is cool, they can come read to you. And because you said, I don't want my child to get out there and see a trans, I'm gonna catch my son and say, hey, dad, out at 18, hey, dad, I see a nigga with a motherfucking dress. Hey, son, let's have this talk now. It's some niggas out here that want to wear dresses, because I'm okay with it when he sees it. Then that's when we have the conversation.
You know what the question you need to ask though, said, and
What?
I'm gonna ask this to you, Amber. Just because certain choices and options are presented to you, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to pick one. Like when you look at a ballot on voting on a lot of things, it has this thing down at the bottom says NA or other. It's okay for you to pick NA or other. I think we look at these choices and we say we got to pick one of those just because they giving them to you. They gave them to you for a reason. I don't have to pick none on this list if I don't want to, especially if it don't apply or benefit me or my child, such as this pole dancing with mommy and all of this. Is plenty other alternatives I could have went with. It was an option on the ballot, but so was gymnastics, so was track and field, so was in-home workout. Why do my 4 and 5, 6-year-old need core strength? For what?
What the fuck is they gonna do?
What
with
are they about to do with it?
Like what? Like what they gonna put? What they gonna go work in a fucking factory? Right? They gonna work in.
They about to
basketball.
They about to watch.
Hold on. Well, football make millions of fucking dollars. So when they running down the field, that I understand that.
The
I ain't
pole
never
dance
seen nobody
looking for the
making
football
millions of
player. What
dollars
you mean?
pole dancing. Come on,
Hey, the
now.
pole
Like,
dance
come
looking
on
for
now.
them
Come
football
on
players.
now. Why we
Trying to
playing? We know good and damn well why these little boys, 4 and 5 years old, playing football because they mama want to get out the motherfucking hood like LeBron James got his mama out the hood.
They got
That's talk, man.
They trying to stop stripping.
Right.
What
Your
you
mama
mean?
tired. Come on now. This the meal ticket. I got that little nigga out here running these motherfucking drills and shit in the pouring rain, looking like some shit all you got served. Come on now.
I'm tired of going to the palace every night. Shit, I need him at practice on Friday
Go
at the
feed
game
that little nigga in the morning.
Saturday.
Shit,
I
I'm gonna
need
be
3
up 4 to 8 hours straight.
Right. Fuck that. Shit, I'm tired of going to Empire. Shit.
I'm just, but so that's what we saying. What the fuck is a kid gonna do with core strength?
Besides, get on my nerves.
Watching Coco Melon and Paw Patrol.
And
Right.
if you got kids,
everywhere.
Okay, I
Oh, I can climb. I got this core strip. I'm gonna be all over the little
the cabinets and shit in the
Yeah.
house.
Shower
Finna
curtain
the
rod.
motherfucker try to do a power bomb on me. People's elbow off the top rope. Come on now.
What they come and say right there? Said that long with that bottle.
Ebony, listen what Ebony got to say.
What they say?
Ebony Christina, kids are exposed to drag and cartoons. They should have the same exposure in real life. If a drag queen came to read to my child, I would be fine because there are trans people they will eventually encounter. Not giving that space for them to experience what they are already seeing gives an inclination that there indication that there is something bad about ego that person is. There is something bad about ego that person is.
Got some typos. Ego. Oh, that person's ego?
Yeah.
I can really translate it.
I speak fluent.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. We understand that sex. They got plenty of studies out there. I know y'all gonna argue. Women gonna argue this, but they got plenty of studies that exposure to sex at a young age fucks the mind up.
Thanks.
I agree with that.
Yep.
So when we talking about exposure to a lot of this stuff at a young age, I would argue that seeing a man in a dress and you raising your child, especially if you're trying to raise your child to be a heterosexual or a society normative something person, male or female, would be mind fucking if you were trying to expose them to that too early. Because now my child might come and ask me, hey, this man, he looks like a man, but does he have a dick? And I got to say, son, I don't know if he has a dick or not, because he might have went through surgery. He might not have went through surgery. It might be that he could be hermaphrodite. I got so many avenues to explain that when I could just be a man or be a woman. Like, it could be that simple. Like, and that's, we at a point where we're complicating shit that ain't got to be complicated.
On purpose.
On fucking purpose. You're a man or a woman. Well, I got all these, I'm gender fluid, I'm gay, I'm bisexual, I'm some whatever, non-binary, I'm pansexual, I'm all of this weird ass shit when you just had a homosexual and heterosexual. You know, it just, why the fuck we doing this shit?
I'm gonna talk to Chris on this one. Cause this we talking as cousins now.
All right. That should be like Mason Cameron. They can tell an old story when they ran a train on a bitch.
No. We, that's a different story. Hey, that's a different conversation for another day. We got this different conversation for a different day. All right, me and your dad and my dad is just alike. We know this.
Yeah.
We know this to be factual.
Yeah.
Imagine if our mama came to them and said, I'm going to take Chris to a pole dancing class.
That shit ain't going.
It's always.
That shit ain't going to be a conversation.
So what during time changed for it to become to a point of it being okay?
Why don't we have the dad is co-signing any of these videos with these shirts?
Right.
Or presents?
But
what a support?
There's probably no fathers in these children's lives. We already know what the fuck going on.
Even if I'm playing the baby daddy role, you not taking my son to no goddamn pole dance.
No. Hold on. That's why you don't play baby daddy. Because if you a baby daddy and you ain't in the house
I'm just
24/7,
saying,
you can't tell that woman what the fuck she gonna do with that kid.
But even if the baby daddy ain't there,
You can't tell.
Me,
Listen to me.
that.
If you're not there if you don't stay there, if you don't live there, if your head don't rest there, if you don't wake up, cook your dinner, your food, your meal, see how your children wake up and what they do on a daily routine as a man, just playing stepdad because you think you're involved. If you're not there 24/7, you don't know what she gonna do for an hour. Nigga, you can't watch her 24 hours out the day.
But
you don't know.
And you working because you got to support.
Right.
But kids run their mouth. And so the minute
Right.
I get
No,
wind,
hold on. No. Okay, this is I agree, but this is a thing that I've seen. So somebody that I know personally at the tender age of 5, when their parents were going through a divorce, the mama looked at them and said, "Hey, don't tell your daddy this, or I'm gonna beat your ass." And they didn't tell their father until they were 30 years old.
Yeah. That fear instilled.
That fear? And your mama, the person that birthed you? Come on now. We know we got a soft spot for all our mamas.
It's my theory.
We know we all got a soft spot for our mama, do we not?
no.
Well, she must not have been there.
In most cases.
So okay.
It's my theory that when a woman tries her best to emasculate a man, the objective is to spite the father for not being who she wanted him to be, for not being present, for not giving her the lifestyle that she feels she deserves. Because to put a male child in this environment, when you just are you going in blind, or are you doing the research? Hey, how many boys are going to be here? What's the ratio like? What's the dynamic? What's the diversity going to be like? You see what I'm saying? So you're doing all of this intentionally because you know why we discussing this? Because it's on social media.
Exactly.
This could have been done in private.
Exactly.
If the goal was to, hey, I want my child to be strong.
I don't want to see.
Why do we have to make sure it's on social media?
Exactly.
The world has to see
Validation.
this
Yes.
because it's not intention. The intention is not genuine. That's one.
Yeah.
Second, what's the word I want to say? The effort to further divide is there. That's another intention. Hey, I'm going to bring you closer to me so you get further away from your father, because she know if the father was present, it wouldn't go. This wouldn't be something that he'll be supporting. This wouldn't be something that he would be 100% behind.
But at what point in the female's decision making of this do she realize, okay, if he ain't going for this, it gotta be something about this that's not right. If we can't agree on this, something about this ain't right.
I feel like
If everything about this was right, we will wholeheartedly agree about it.
Attention is the currency, no matter right or wrong. As long as I get some attention and validation from it, I'm gonna make sure social media sees this. Whether the negative or positive comments. That's why we seeing it and talking about it now, because they made sure we saw this. If you look at that video, how many different angles you saw? You didn't see just one angle. You saw close-ups. You saw all type of panoramas, all type of angles to make sure, hey, put this on there and make sure I'm here.
I'm gonna ask her a question.
Yeah.
You in your hood, okay, you want to take your son to a pole dance. You know your husband ain't going. But you know, if you take, I ain't even gonna say your son, I say your children, period. 5, 6 years old. But you know your husband ain't going for it. But you know, if you take your children to the pole dance class and post it on social media and you know what kind of reaction you're gonna get, are you still gonna do it?
I'm gonna still go, but I ain't gonna record it.
That ain't what I'm asking.
You might not record it, but somebody else. So you're gonna be on the camera, is what he's saying.
What I'm asking is,
Is she going
to
defy her husband if he don't want her to take the kid to a pole dance class?
If she knows that what kind of reaction she's gonna, if she knows she gonna get 100 likes off of this pose, even though my husband said I ain't fucking with this shit, are you still gonna do it?
Husband, no.
But
husband.
Hold on, but if it's your child's father,
okay, yeah, child father, baby daddy, you know he ain't fucking, but. It ain't like this a nigga that don't be in the child life. He ain't at the status of you can't
I gotta
tell
honor
me
his
shit.
father's wishes. So,
Okay.
When it comes to little boys and fathers, I feel like the father's wishes should be honored.
Because and this is crazy that we talk about this, because Chris sent me something the other day, and it was about a mother and a father. The father didn't want the son to have the fast Mustang. The mother bought the son the fast Mustang instead. He went out there, raced, ended up killing himself, 19 years old. The husband blames the mother for the death for the son because the car that he had, he didn't want him out there trying to race. And she went against his wishes. And he blames her, and now he wants a divorce. And he's saying little fucked up shit to her, like, if you die, I wouldn't give a fuck. All of this little shit. So it's like, it's some weird ass shit that's going on in this couple. So you wouldn't defy your husband if he said something like that?
No.
No.
I feel like when it comes to husbands and wives, y'all move as a unit. So you shouldn't go against each other at all.
Okay, I agree.
Happy life, happy life.
You
happy
discuss
life.
You back in good graces, Amber. Goddamn.
And Amber was rocking a tightrope for a minute.
Shit. Chaos.
Shit.
She like the controversy. That
I
was
do.
good.
I love
You need a refill on your drink?
I do.
Oh.
I
So y'all, we finna take a quick intermission. Y'all share the video. We finna take a quick intermission. Let everybody get their refill of drink. All right.